Hey, Mike.
Yeah, what's happening?
Let's face it, running a small business is a roller coaster of emotions. The reality is there's no way to completely avoid the chaos. But the people, processes, and systems you built into your business can be the difference between thriving and sinking.
Yeah.
If you're a business owner or entrepreneur feeling the chaos creep into every area of your life, you need the Organized Chaos Podcast, hosted by Trainio founder and CEO Chris Ronzio. You don't need another podcast with thought leadership fluff. You want practical entrepreneurial advice that can help you build a better business today and get back time to do more of the things you love. You see, every weekday, Chris shares bite-sized topical episodes on small business leadership, people management, productivity hacks, and entrepreneurship. And it doesn't stop there. On Fridays, they feature exclusive interviews with today's top founders, authors, and the leader in the space. Names like Sam Parr, the founder and CEO of The Hustle, the author of Scaling Up, Vern Harnish, and Shark Tank host, Damon John. Join the thousands of monthly listeners learning how to organize the chaos in their business. Available to stream on all podcast apps or click the link in the show notes.
Broadcasting across the nation from the East Coast to the West, keeping you up to date on technology while enjoying a little whiskey on the side. With leading-edge topics, along with special guests, to navigate technology in a segmented, stylized radio program. The information that will make you go, Pull up a seat, raise a glass with our hosts as we spend the next hour talking about technology for the common person. Welcome to TechTime Radio with Nathan Mumm.
Welcome to Tech Time with Nathan Mumm, the show that makes you go, technology news of the week. The show for the everyday person talking about technology, broadcasting across the nation with insightful segments on subjects weeks ahead of the mainstream media. We welcome our radio audience of 35 million listeners to an hour of insightful technology with a little whiskey on the side. I'm Nathan Mumm. Welcome to our show today. We live stream during our show on 5 of the most popular platforms, including YouTube, Twitch TV, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. We encourage you to watch us live or visit us at techtimeradio.com. Tweet us during the show at hashtag TechTimeRadio, and we'll do our best to respond to your tweets on the air immediately as we get them. You can also check out our new TikTok channel by looking for TechTime Radio on your TikTok app. Get your interns' shorts, information, and full video recaps of the show at TechTimeRadio.com. I'm your host, a technologist with over 30 years of technology expertise working for Fortune 500 companies across the country. My co-host here, Mike Gorday, is an award-winning author originally from Arizona. Mike is a human behavior expert living in the Seattle area with a master's degree in forensic psychology. Mike helps me from geeking out and provides an insight into human behavior and how it interacts with technology. We're two friends from different backgrounds, but bring the best technology show possible every week for our family, friends, and fans to enjoy. How was your weekend there, Mike?
What?
How was your weekend? I'm just kind of... How was your weekend?
It was fine.
It was fun? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
yeah.
Sure. Well, that was like...
I mean, I work most of the weekend, so, right?
Okay, well, yeah, that's how it is. Okay, well, Odie, how was your weekend? Did you do anything special this weekend?
Oh my God, did I? I feel like I did. I can't remember.
Yes, you did.
That's why we never ask how your weekend was. You know what?
Well,
okay.
Why don't you ask
I don't remember.
Remind me. Like,
I don't remember. That must have been a really good weekend.
All right. Okay, everybody.
Okay.
Let's get ready to start today's show.
Now on today's show.
All right, but good old buddy Elon Musk says his whistleblower testimony gives him more reasons to dump the Twitter deal. And have you heard of the United Launch Alliance? Have you heard of them? You're going to be talking about them, so you absolutely know about them.
I have no idea who. No.
Oh, yes, you do. So if you've never known who the United Launch Alliance is, they do a pretty cool thing we'll be talking about. And hackers are selling missile firms' data on the black market. Nothing like going to the cyber web, dark web, and finding
missiles,
missile commands, launch codes, confidential data, how to build a missile, all of its information. But you can now purchase that for as little as $2 or $3.
Like the Anarchist Cookbook.
Yeah, so that's available there. And what is going on in video game issues? We have a price hike.
Yeah,
for
I know we're going to hear
PlayStation
about
5.
that because I heard about that for like an hour last night.
That's all right. I'm going to go off on this. But now the Nintendo Switch is going to stay the same, and PC gaming prices are essentially dropping. We're going to talk all about that. The only scuzzy company out there, Sony, is the only one that's deciding to raise prices and gouge its oh, no, never mind. I'll talk about that later.
Maybe you should wait until we get to that before you start going off.
All right, we have fan-submitted letters segment. So our letter segment, normally we talk about emails that I received during the week. These are all submitted to us from fans. So we've collected these over the last couple of weeks, and we're going to read them on the air. And then we have...
Yeah, we're actually going to do it this week.
We will do it this week. We ran out of time last week. And we're going to have the LASE Awards. Have you never heard of the LASE Awards? They are the Literature Awards of Streaming Entertainment. The nominations will be revealed on today's show. In addition, we have our standard features, including Technology Fail of the Week, This Week in Technology, maybe a Nathan Nugget, and, of course, our Pick of the Day whiskey tasting. So sit back, raise a glass, and welcome to Tech Time with Nathan Mumm. Now it's time with Nathan Mumm.
Okay.
Did I say Nathan Mumm?
It sounded like Nathan Humm.
Nathan Humm. Show that makes you go, All right, now it's time to start the show with our Technology Fail of the Week, brought to you by Elderberry Boost. Give your Elderberry Boost today a opportunity by purchasing it at elderberry-boost.com. Mike and Odie, let's see if we go WTF on our TFW. This week's fail comes to us from the country of France. The tax authorities are always out to get your money. You know what this essentially is going to tell you? That no matter where you are, no matter what's going on, if you owe taxes for something, the tax collector is going to collect. Because let's look and see what happened. Essentially, there have been undeclared pools in France uncovered by AI technology.
Like pools as in swimming pools?
Like swimming pools. So this is like an underground market.
Or uncovered?
Well, this is like an underground market in France, I guess, because you get taxed on these. That essentially 20,000 hidden pools have been discovered.
20,000?
It's 20,000 hidden pools were discovered. The software developed by Google and a French consulting firm spotted pools on aerial images of 9 French regions. There are more than 32 million private swimming pools in France in 2020, according to the data website Statistica, with sales already booming before the COVID pandemic.
So somebody used a nice little plug-in for Google Earth and found all these
so Google
unclaimed pools.
Yeah, so aerial photographs. So have you ever gone and taken a look at any of your Google Maps and you take a look at your house, right? There's an aerial view. Normally, they're a year old. Sometimes they're 6 months old. Depends on certain regions of the United States. You could be on the sticks in the middle of nowhere, and it may be not updated for every 2 or 3 years. But these are aerial photos. And essentially what's happened because COVID hit, people working from home, there was a surge in pool installations.
Yeah, my thing here says 20,000 pools.
20,000.
That's a lot of pools.
That's what I said. Yeah. This accounts for 8.5 million pounds in revenue that's owed to the French government. French media is
so this really isn't a technology fail. This is a citizen fail. This is a society fail.
Well, I guess you don't have to claim them on your... I guess you're supposed to self-claim these pools once you put them in, because there's an additional tax in France. If you have, it's a water tax and a water type of deal. How big your pool is depends on how much you have to pay.
There's a place in France.
In the France government. The tax authority says that this software could also be used to find undeclared home extensions, patios, or gazebos, all which are additional property taxes.
Yeah, that's good to know.
In France.
Yeah.
So if you go to France and you do
still not seeing that this is a technology fail.
Well, I think the technology fails that Google created an app with the French government consulting firm. I think that's the problem.
I think the problem is you better not build anything that you don't claim.
I'm sure this is going to happen in the United States also. Right?
I don't. Who knows?
I don't know if there's a pool. We don't have a pool tax.
We don't have a pool tax.
All right, so
I think they do in Arizona, but I don't know.
Do they?
Yeah.
They have a pool tax? So if you are... Here's the moral of this story.
Don't build a pool in France.
That's exactly what it is. Because there's a bunch of laws
because the technology is not failing there, and you're gonna get pounded by the tax folks.
That's right. Do you like your tax time? Is tax time one of your favorite times to you?
Are you kidding me?
Well, I'm just asking. I'm going to ask Odie the same question too. I mean, don't you like tax time?
No.
No, you don't
No.
like tax
Do you
time?
like tax time? Does anybody like that? Well, except maybe
the accounting,
the
accountants
tax
do.
folks.
Yeah?
They.
Oh, do you like tax
That's their
time?
busy
No,
time.
it's all a scam.
It's all a scam?
Yeah, I hate everything and everyone during tax season.
Even
Wow.
Wow, okay. That's a scam.
You know,
Tell us how you really feel.
Well, if I'm getting into it, I started a 401k, and you know how what are those H&R Block thing? They're like, oh, do your taxes for free.
Yeah.
Because I have a 401k, I no longer qualify for the simple.
Tax form, yep.
Yeah, and that is such BS because I go through the whole thing thinking I'm going to get this done for free. And they're like, oh, because you have this, you have to pay $30.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
$30.
Yeah.
Maybe you should put a pool in your backyard.
That's right. Okay. Well, that is our technology fail of the week. Brought to you by Elderberry Boost. Visit elderberry-boost.com. All right, Mike, as always, we have our whiskey tasting during the commercials. We're going to see if our whiskey pick of the day gets 0, 1, or 2 thumbs up at the end of the show. You're going to want to make sure you listen all the way through the picks to see some interesting facts from Marc in our Marc's Mumbles. Will these facts make you go, Now it's time for the latest headlines in the world of technology.
What's happening in the world of technology? This is our top stories in the first 5 minutes.
What's going on in the world of technology, Nate?
Story number 1. Elon Musk says whistleblower testimony gives him reasons to dump the Twitter deal. Now, this is amazing. This wasn't probably set up ahead of time by Elon
this
Musk,
is a
right?
tennis match, right?
This is.
We're just watching a tennis match.
You got one lob something over.
Somebody lobs over here, and then somebody lobs something over there, and then they just keep hitting it back and forth. And we're talking about it every week.
Yeah, we are, because it makes for interesting news. Musk says the disclosure of Twitter's former security chief has given him justification to walk away from the $44 billion deal that is on the table to buy the social media platform. Musk's lawyers filed a new termination letter with the SEC on August 29th, which cites the testimony of Twitter whistleblower as evidence that Twitter misled Musk in parties' merger agreement. Musk, of course, is desperately looking to back out of the deal, but needs to prove to a judge that Twitter violated some aspect of the merger agreement. If he doesn't, he'll have to pay the $1 billion fine or be forced to carry out specific performances, which means he's going to have to actually buy Twitter.
That's right. Because if you offer to buy Twitter and you're a billionaire, they will make you.
That's right. Even if you don't like it or not. All right. You're up next, my friend.
Okay. I'm going to start this off with a little trivia question for you.
All right.
Who are James Doohan, Nichelle Nichols, Majel Barrett, and Gene Roddenberry?
So Gene Roddenberry is the creator of Star Trek.
Okay.
All right. You have Scotty, which is Montgomery. So he's the chief engineer for
That's
the Enterprise that was led by Captain Kirk. I just want to be very specific of this.
Mm-hmm.
You have Uhura. Nichols she's the very first African-American predominant cast member of the Star Trek original series. And Meryl Barrett is the computer on the original Star Trek and the computer.
She's the computer on
Next Generation.
And she was Nurse Chapel.
Oh, that's right.
That's
right. She wasn't the computer.
And in the original pilot, she was the first officer.
That's right.
Right?
Okay. Why'd you ask me about these people?
They all have something in common.
Okay.
Okay. Now we all know
Star Trek.
We all know that they're all Star Trek characters, and unfortunately, Nichelle Nichols just passed away last month.
Yep.
Unfortunately, all 4 of them have passed away, but pretty soon they are all going to go to space for real.
Okay.
When the United Launch Alliance and a program called Celestis, which is a private company that sends people's cremated remains into space.
Okay.
So they are all going to go to space.
So they're going to float in space? How do they just release it out into space and it kind of goes around? Or?
I don't really know how the whole process works, but the United Launch Alliance is a program that is put on by Lockheed Martin and Boeing, and they develop rockets and things like this. The Vulcan rocket. Don't make the Vulcan
rocket.
Yeah, don't make a Star Trek reference there.
Okay.
But But Celestis rinsed this out, and they are planning on taking these ashes up and letting them go into space. Now, I don't know if this is a fully automated system, or they just blast the rocket out and the rocket goes floating around or whatever.
But they're going to all be in space together.
They're all going to be in space together.
Okay.
And as you mentioned, Nichelle Nichols was Lieutenant Yoda Uhura on the original Star Trek series, and she is remembered as one of the first black women featured in a major television series, as well as crediting women inspiring of color to join NASA.
Okay. Yeah.
So there you go.
So I think, is it only William Shatner, the only one left alive from the original Star Trek?
I think Walter Koenig is too.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And of course, Sulu. Sulu's still around.
So they got three of the original cast.
You got a few of the original cast, and William Shatner is going up on.
He already did that. He went on the flight up in Virgin or whatever it was.
Was it Virgin? Yeah, it was Virgin.
Yep.
So the first Celestis Voyager service is set to launch later this year, and will bear the name Enterprise Flight in honor of its passengers.
Okay.
And there we go. That's what's going on.
So you
in
get
the
cremated
world.
instead of being put in an urn, or some people go to Disneyland and they put the ashes in the Haunted Mansion. That's like a big deal.
That's a big deal, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess now you can go to space.
Now you can send ashes to space.
All right, there you go.
There you go.
Okay. All right, story number 3. NATO investigates hacker sale of missile firm data. NATO is assessing the impact of a data breach of classified military documents being sold by a hacker group online. The data includes blueprints of weapons being used by NATO's allies in the Ukrainian war. Criminal hackers are selling the dossier after stealing data linked to a major European weapons maker. Essentially, it's MBDA. It's the missile system admitted that its data was among a stash that they could not confirm nor deny if the classified files had been breached from the firm. MDA Missile Systems were created in December of 2001 after the merger of missile systems companies in France, Italy, and the UK. It has over 13,000 employees and is a joint venture of Airbus, BAE Systems, and Leonardo. So essentially, these plans are available. I actually went on the dark web.
Searched.
I did. I went on the dark web and saw, and there's like portions of these, and some of them are listed as confidential. Some of those is probably not hidden secrets, but they stole a bunch of files and data that's available out there for purchase.
And while that's really concerning, let's talk about number 4.
All right,
let's hear what really fires your grill.
Gamers face price rises on the PS5, but not the Switch. Gamers looking to buy a new console face a price rise if they want to get the new PlayStation 5. But if you choose a Nintendo Switch, they're going to remain the same. So this is it. PlayStation decided to globally, they haven't done it in the United States yet, raise prices $50, $30, all the way up to $75 for increased costs because of inflation. Now, the chips go down in price. When you release a system, I was a part of the Xbox original release at Microsoft. When you release a system, it is the highest priced at the initial release. After that, the electronics inside of that are cheaper to build. They're cheaper to produce. The labor is intensive. And they literally have on the original Xbox 4 different motherboard versions. They go smaller and smaller and smaller. And the processors get smaller. There's less they need to do. And the price gets cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. PlayStation 5 has been out for 3 years now. Okay. 3 years now.
Tell us.
And they're deciding to raise the price of this unit instead of making it available for everybody, because it's still this rare deal where you can find it on eBay for increased pricing. They're deciding to raise the price.
How does that make you feel?
Oh, that is just a ripoff. But on the good news, go out and don't buy yourself a PlayStation 5. Buy yourself a.
Do you really think that the PlayStation 5 are going to hit some more sales numbers if this raises?
This is a stupid idea. This is what the Xbox One did.
Isn't this like?
And it was a failure when it happened. Everybody decided to go on out and buy the PlayStation 4 instead.
Okay, so this isn't the first time
this is not. This is the first time Sony's done it, and they're going to learn the hard way that Microsoft.
This is not the first time the Postal Service has done it.
Not the Postal Service, no.
No, because they keep raising the price of stamps because nobody uses them anymore.
What's nice about this article is I kept on digging in as I was so upset with Sony.
Yes, I know. I heard about it for an hour.
That PC gamers are going to be able to save money on their new hardware, as Jason Hung, the chief executive of tech company NVIDIA, said that the company has overproduced graphic cards which have been in short supply in recent years. This means the price of a high-end graphics card, including the RTX 3000 series and gaming laptops, will begin to fall in price.
So I don't have to worry about getting a PS5 because my Alienware is going to go down in price.
Yep, and you're going to be able to get a new one and have it work without having to deal with another
That's good.
issue. I know.
I don't have a PS5 anyway. So.
That's right. Don't buy a PS5. All right. Up next, we have our segment Letters. Then we're going to be taking a look at the LASE Awards nominations after this segment. So we're going to take a commercial break. You're listening to TechTime Radio with Nathan Mumm.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, what's happening?
Did you know for every $1 spent on email marketing, you receive $36 in return? That's pretty awesome, right?
Yeah.
But it's all so complicated. All those advanced tools and features, you don't know how to approach them at all.
What if there was an email marketing platform where you don't have to rack your brains to get started? A tool that's not overloaded with unnecessary features you don't want to pay for, and, believe it or not, has a support team available 24/7, even on the free plan.
There is a solution, Mike. Let me introduce you to Sellsy, a tool that makes email marketing as easy as 1, 2, 3. With Sellsy, you can launch your first campaign in 15 minutes. No coding required. A very easy to use, intuitive email builder with over 300,000 gifts and stickers to choose from, and 500,000 plus free stock images, a customizable countdown timer, and more. Create emails for any business goal, from e-commerce to nonprofits. Easily create automated email sequences for your business.
Get 24/7 support via chat, email, and phone, even on the free plan. Sellsy has just launched a special deal. You can now get a lifetime access to all Sellsy features for just $49. All the core features, unlimited emails, automation, segmentation, advanced analytics for the price of 10 lattes.
Sellsy is the easiest way to start selling with emails. Try it now. Click the link in this episode description on TechTime Radio to get that special deal.
No commissions or hidden fees.
To learn more information, visit them at the simple and easy site to remember. Just go and visit Sellsy.com. That's SELZY.com. The easiest way to send emails.
All right. Welcome back to Tech Time with Nathan Mumm. Tech Time Radio is a weekly hour technology show that talks about current technology in a simple format without having to geek out. Brought to you by myself, Nathan Mumm, and Mike Day. We just had our first whiskey tasting during the break. Now let me tell you about what we are sipping in our pick of the day during the show. We have chosen the Stone Barn Oregon Single Barrel Straight Bourbon Whiskey Barrel number 74.
Well, that's a mouthful.
It is. So we do want to make sure we get exactly the right thing because they make different barrels select for this. So we wanted to make sure we got the actual barrel number. There's a little sticker on there and everything. Let me tell you about it.
At least 4 years.
This whiskey release is a single barrel of 5-grain bourbon. It was mashed and barreled in September 2016 and has been quietly sitting out the COVID times in a barrel house in Northwest Portland. It's a blend of corn, rye, wheat, and millet, and malted barley, nice and sweet on the palate. A wonderful whiskey for the fall. Its aroma is like a blackberry pie with a buttery pastry crust with warm cinnamon and blackberries. The palate is similar to nose with touches of coconut, caramel, and green apple.
Okay. Really?
I don't taste any coconut. I don't taste any caramel and no green apple. What type of green
I
apple
don't smell
is
any
that?
food at all.
I
think it should have stayed quiet for a while longer.
A little bit longer?
Maybe.
Well, okay. So how was your first taste?
You know, the finish is nice and smooth, and it does have a good taste after the initial "I hate you" burn.
I hate you burn.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll see if it gets a 1 thumbs up or 2 thumbs up. Maybe it'll be split vote.
Maybe.
All right, or maybe none. All right, here we go. Now let's get ready to start our next segment. It's one of our fan favorites. These are essentially informative emails that I have received during the week from fans. These are not mine.
Yes,
these are sent from fans.
First time we've done somebody else's.
I know. This is going to be a little bit interesting. I did click on all the links still, so I did do that. All right.
Good. We need to talk about how you're never supposed to do what Nathan does.
That's right. This includes scams, phishing emails, and all-out mistruths disguised as legitimate emails in our segment.
Letters, we get letters. We get back and back of letters. Oh, letters, we get letters. and the letters all have tongues.
All right.
All right.
Are you up first or am I up first?
I don't know.
All right,
Who's
here
up
we go.
first?
This is IT support from an IT support at no reply at fleetenergy.net. Never heard of fleetenergy.net, but essentially it sent this. Your domain will be canceled.
No.
It's a VEN, TRAIP from Australia.
Ventura IP.
Yep. So it sends it to send it to a United States customer. Essentially, it is looking like it's an MSP out of Australia. Dear customer, it is your last notification according to our order number 6863247. Please update your domain details to resolve your situation as soon as possible by clicking the link below. Click here to renew.
Did you click?
We do apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused for you. We hope that you have this up and running soon for you. Important. If you do not renew your domain within 24 hours from today, your service will be permanently deleted.
Yeah, this is a common scare tactic
Yes, it is.
that gets people to do things without thinking it through.
So you click on the renew link, right?
All right. What do
So
you
it
get?
immediately goes up to you. Though I guess the only card they take is Visa. So it goes up to this input
Well, that's
field
pretty
that says,
limited.
I know.
You're going to scam somebody. You should scam
American
everybody on all major
Express,
credit cards.
Yeah, you should. But it only comes up with a Visa field.
Okay.
It says, please update. It says, partner, please update your Visa card for billing information. You don't have to log into your account. It just pops up a window with a Visa little logo in the top left-hand corner and wants you to type in your Visa number. Now, if you type it in, no matter what you type in, it'll say, oops, it seems that that's not a match the first time. And it goes to a second window and ask you to retype it back in again. So maybe they're trying to think that you made a mistake. What they're trying to do on the back end is verify that you put in the same numbers twice. If they have the logic that the same numbers were inputted twice, then they're going to have it flagged as a green check mark and says, hey, let's go and immediately try to steal this person's credentials and information and their credit card information. Let's go and see what we can do. But
So what's the tip off that this is a bad thing?
Well, the tip off here is, first off, it's coming from a company in Australia.
Okay.
All right. Second one is that you have to respond within 24 hours. The force of immediacy that needs to be taken care of.
Called scarcity thinking.
Yep. And essentially that when they say click here to renew, it doesn't ask you to log into an account. It doesn't ask you anything about your account. It just immediately pops up a button that allows you to put in your credit card.
All right.
You're up next.
All right. So this one is from Mr. Andrew Walters, whose email is test@jtecdirect.com.
Oh, boy. So his email address is Test.
His email address is Test.
And his name isn't Test.
His name is Andrew.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that sounds like a first signal there.
Yeah. Well, you want to hear the
I want to hear how this is
Dear
exciting.
beloved.
Oh, dear beloved.
Dear beloved. I am Andrew Walters. I am a sick man who was diagnosed with cancer 6 years ago.
Wow.
My main reason for contacting you is because I want to entrust a charity project to you. I have no idea who you are, but I want to trust you.
Okay.
I know this may sound so strange to you and also extremely risky for me to offer such a proposal to a total stranger via email, but this is my last resort to get this done. You see how that works?
The last resort. So he had nobody that he knows in his life.
He's going
to randomly select an email out of the ether and just send an email.
And so he put in this little smooth over technique so that you go, oh, okay. Because immediately we go, why would you be contacting me? Oh, okay.
Okay, I get you.
This is why. I'm looking for a confidant, someone to help me fulfill my last wish.
Oh, wow.
Stop laughing over there. I'm not even done.
Oh, yeah.
Hope to read from you. I will appreciate your selfless act towards the less privileged. I don't mind if you could be of trusted help. I will be waiting to read from you urgently as time. I'm reading this exactly.
I know. I believe you.
As time is of essence due the limited time I have and my ill health condition.
So
at
the end of it, his health was deteriorating.
I guess
and the grammar went a little bad.
His grammar went really bad.
Okay, Google Translate didn't quite.
This is
well.
this is a little sympathy ploy, and they're trying to get somebody to. This is a typical con.
Yep.
a sympathy con where people are trying to play on your sympathies to get you to do something. And this is not far removed from the Prince of Namibia ones or those similar ones.
So the solution here is if you get an email out of the blue from someone that says that they're going to give you a charity, you should probably think twice because you're not going to just win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket, right? That's the biggest thing.
The bottom line is if you don't know this person, it doesn't matter if they call themselves Abraham Lincoln or the Prince of Persia or anything, they are not to be trusted.
Makes sense. All right, my next one. This is from 24/7 customer care at cloudhosting-email08.notify.jerryshoes.com.
Jerry Shoes.
Jerry Shoes.
Jerry Shoes.
All right, so this is ticket ID number, blah, 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 blah. Important. You have one more message. All right, check your activity. So your support at the company that this person is at is going to expire. Your password is going to expire in 1 day. We encourage you to take the time now to maintain your password activity to avoid login interruptions. If you click on Keep My Password, note you will be able to use your existing password without having to change it. Now, when you click on the Keep My Password, it says, please verify your current password. And then it will then proceed on, and it'll say, okay, thank you very much. Now, if you put in, get a life, man, this is bogus, it will still say thank you very much. So whatever you put in there, once you click it afterwards, it's going to thank you for whatever you decided to put in.
Well, that's a common reinforcement technique.
Have you ever heard of an IT company saying that you can keep your password? Let me just tell you.
No, they want to
change it. That's
they're
an
always
IT
like,
guy.
hey, your passwords are going to change in 5 days. If you don't do it, I'm going to do it, and it's going to suck.
And it's going to be QWIR or crazy letter.
That's
here.
right.
All
So that one, what happens when you click on it? That one's actually trying to get your passwords, whereas the one before was trying to get your actual credit card information.
Yep. All right, you got next one.
Oh, this is from admin. Just admin.
Okay.
This
is the last one. We're going to have to go to time. Okay.
Yeah. The email is ral.log@bookedevents.com.
Okay.
And the subject is validate your account. Your email has been restricted.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
So
why did this happen?
Okay, what happened here?
We have placed a restriction on your email because you were a bad boy. Because we detected behaviors that appear to violate our terms of service.
Uh-oh.
They've been talking to Facebook. You will not be able to receive, send, upload and download new files from 8/19/2022. What to do if you believe this action was an error?
Oh.
If you believe your email has been restricted in error, please follow the below link to validate your identity and enable us lift restriction. I swear if people just read the emails, they probably would know that this is fake.
Yeah,
because these guys stink at grammar.
It's bad.
What happens when you click the link there, buddy?
When you click that link, you know what? That was last week, so I don't quite remember if that asked you for...
That's what happened. It erases your memory.
No, I don't know if it asked you for your username and password, but essentially it was kind of the same type of scam where it was asking you for a login, for a password, and it would go through 1 or 2 steps to verify. Okay. So again, the solution to all of this is, oh, look at that. You didn't get from Guido, Stella Roberto in
Actually,
Italy.
We should totally talk about Guido.
Guido, thank you. I found this message, and I'm...
That's a really long one.
Yeah, he tells me all
2
about
2 pages.
Yeah, gold. He's got gold bars he's going to sell. How much the quantity of they weigh, the commodity that they are. I mean, he went.
You should definitely not do that one.
That's right. So the solution is
every single one of these are preying on a psychological technique to get you to not think about it and just do it. And believe it or not, a significant amount of people
click on these.
They do it and they enter the information and they end up losing money or they end up getting their accounts compromised. It's crazy.
Yes, don't click on links. Very simple. All right. Well, that ends our segment. Up next, we have a special segment that we're going to get to. We are going to move, of course, into our This Week in Technology. We'll see you after a few minutes.
Hey, Mike,
What?
have you heard of elderberry?
Only in reference to a Monty Python movie.
Well, let me tell you, elderberry boost. Again, that's elderberry-boost.com.
Elderberry Boost.
Yes, Mike, that's Elderberry Boost.
You can choose organic elderberry boost, that 8-ounce size. That's available on sale right now at $11.99. But you're listening here right now on TechTime Radio, so you need to go to elderberry. That's elderberry-boost.com and get some today.
Elderberry Boost.
Elderberry is an all-natural organic immune system booster and antiviral. Elderberry is known to actively fight against viruses, including colds and the flu. It also works as a natural remedy for allergies, cancer, digestion, heart disease, high cholesterol, headache, toothache, weight loss, and reduced inflammation.
It's a natural and healthy diuretic and has many antiviral properties. While it is famous for fighting the flu, it is effective for any illness.
Elderberry Boost was created to provide a quality organic elderberry to their customers. After searching years ago for a perfect elderberry syrup, none could be found, so they essentially created their own homemade recipe.
If you would like to get 15% off your first order of Elderberry Boost, just put in the discount code TechTime at checkout.
Again, that's elderberry-boost.com.
Elderberry Boost.
Hello, my name is Arthur, and my life's work is connecting people with coffee. StoriCoffee is a small batch specialty coffee company that uses technology to connect people to each product resource, which allows farmers to unlock their economic freedom. Try our Medium Roast Founder Series coffee, which is an exotic bourbon variety that is smooth, fresh, and elegant at StoriCoffee.com. That's STORI coffee.com. Today you can get your first bag free when you subscribe at StoriCoffee.com with code TechTime. That's STORI coffee.com.
And now, let's look back at this week in technology.
All right, we're going back to August 29th, 1997. 25 years ago, the company Netflix was founded. It's hard to believe that
25.
Netflix turned 25 on Monday, though Netflix.com didn't launch until April 14th, 1998. The company started off a subscription-based rental service, mailing physical DVDs with no late fees or due dates. The first DVD Netflix shipped was Beetlejuice on March 10th, 1998. Now, do you remember
That's a
this?
good movie.
I was at Microsoft at the time, and this was like the biggest phenomenon. We had these mail copy rooms, which is essentially that's where you would send interoffice mail. People don't even know what that is nowadays because they have email. And they're like, what do you mean interoffice mail?
Yeah, what is that?
You had to send mail into a
What's a
certain area.
rotodial phone?
Yeah, people would pick it up and deliver it to different buildings. But this, when Netflix took off, you would have people returning because there was a postal service in the mail copy room. And stacks of Netflix CDs.
Oh,
that
they
would
were
have to
using Microsoft
to mail them
mail
out.
back
yes, to mail them all back, and they would have stacks of CDs of these for DVDs. And the catch was is that you could rent it 1 disc or 2 discs at a time, or even up to 3 discs at a time, and you never had to return them until you wanted to, and then that would enable you to get the next disc that was available.
Yeah, I remember sitting around doing my queue.
Doing your queue,
Yeah.
yes. When it come on up and you'd stack your queue.
You'd click all the things that you wanted in the order that you wanted them to come in.
You'd move some higher, you'd move some lower strategically, so you could try to get everybody else that was in there.
Yeah, it's all 25. It acts like a 25-year-old now. Too. You can't share your passwords anymore. And
well, that's right. The original Netflix DVDs came out in white envelopes, switching to yellow in 2000. And by 2001, the company was using the iconic red envelopes. By 1999, Netflix had more than
239,000. You had it.
Thousand subscribers and 3,100 titles in its library. Netflix didn't begin streaming content until 2008. By 2010, it switched its focus to streaming, though it still offered DVD by mail. Lilyhammer was the first ever Netflix original, airing in 2012, followed by House of Cards in 2013. To date, Netflix has aired over 19,000 original series. Netflix is now available in over 37 languages and 190 countries worldwide.
And it needs to get out of the house.
What's that?
It needs to get out of the house.
Why is that?
It's 25 years old. Can't be hanging around anymore.
They can't be hanging around. Oh, so kind of like a 25-year-old.
That's right. It's a 25-year-old.
Get it out of your basement.
All these younger, more plus versions are taking its place.
Amazing. All right, well, this was This Week in Technology. If you ever wanted to watch some technology tech time history, with over 2 years of video podcasts and blog information, you can visit TechTimeRadio.com to watch our older shows, join our Tech Timers Facebook group, or talk to us live all the time. We're going to take a commercial break, but when we return, we have the LASE Award nominee reveal. We'll see you after the break.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, what's happening?
Did you know for every $1 spent on email marketing, you receive $36 in return? That's pretty awesome, right?
Yeah.
But it's all so complicated. All those advanced tools and features, you don't know how to approach them at all.
What if there was an email marketing platform where you don't have to rack your brains to get started? A tool that's not overloaded with unnecessary features you don't want to pay for, and, believe it or not, has a support team available 24/7, even on the free plan.
There is a solution, Mike. Let me introduce you to Sellsy, a tool that makes email marketing as easy as 1, 2, 3. With Sellsy, you can launch your first campaign in 15 minutes. No coding required. A very easy to use, intuitive email builder with over 300,000 gifts and stickers to choose from, and 500,000 plus free stock images, a customizable countdown timer, and more. Create emails for any business goal, from e-commerce to nonprofits. Easily create automated email sequences for your business.
Get 24/7 support via chat, email, and phone, even on the free plan. Sellsy has just launched a special deal. You can now get a lifetime access to all Sellsy features for just $49. All the core features, unlimited emails, automation, segmentation, advanced analytics for the price of 10 lattes.
Sellsy is the easiest way to start selling with emails. Try it now. Click the link in this episode description on TechTime Radio to get that special deal.
No commissions or hidden fees.
To learn more information, visit them at the simple and easy site to remember. Just go and visit Sellsy.com. That's SELZY.com. The easiest way to send emails.
And now for Marc's Mumbles. All right. Well,
what does Marc say?
Marc wants us to know that today is National Beach Day on his Mumble.
No, I'm all over that.
Okay, so let me just tell you that it started in 2014. August 30th is the National Beach Day. It's essentially a holiday to raise awareness of the beauty of beaches while also calling attention to keeping them safe.
What the hell am I doing here?
I have no idea. All right, Marc's Mumble. Let's talk about the Stone Barn, Oregon single barrel straight bourbon whiskey, number 74, $50 a bottle, 94 proof. The husband and wife team, Sebastian and Erica Deegans, are the founders of Stone Bar Brandy Works in Portland, Oregon. Stone Barn Brandy Works makes craft spirits that capture the essence of the Pacific Northwest. They started out in 2009 making fruity brandy and liqueurs inspired by European traditions. Seeking out the best Northwest fruits became an obsession. Later, they added a single-barrel whiskey program that treats grain and oak with the same attention that they do for their highest quality. The spirits are top-notch, and many are unique. Thought as a particular whiskey, Marc finds it a bit youthful and grain-forward, and it does not quite hit his mark. He would give the distillery a huge thumbs up, though, overall, and appreciates the occasional one-off where their experiment has some great hits. And then, of course, there's always some slightly missed. He does appreciate to hear their innovationness and their ability to create new and different flavors. All right, so that was a little bit of Marc Mumbles.
There it goes, yeah.
There you go. I don't know what I'm giving it. I actually, with it airing out a little bit, my first was kind of on the borderline of a thumbs down, and now I'm kind of like borderline of a thumbs up.
I'll have to concur with that.
Yeah.
Because after it's breathed a little bit, it does grow on you.
It does. All right, well, speaking of Netflix, what a perfect transition for us to move into our next area where we're going to talk about and announce the nominees for our 2022 LASE Awards. The LASE Awards, the Literature Awards of streaming entertainment. LASE Awards nomination reveals. The live event will be streamed on Sunday, September 18th on twitch.tv, or you can go to techtimeradio.com and watch it there at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Stay tuned for more information or you can always visit them at www.laceawards.com. All right, this is one of your favorite areas of doing this, so you're going to have a great time. We have Odie on the mic, too, so she can help us as we continue going through these items. We're going to start about the first category, which is called the News Service Award. It's the best news service. There's 3 nominees. We got DirecTV Stream, Paramount Plus Premium, so it's no longer can you just do Paramount Plus. Now you pay
it's
Paramount Plus Premium. It'll be Disney Plus
it's
Premium
Apple
soon.
Plus Premium.
Yeah, there's all going to come on out. That means
That's the new
essentially
one.
you pay more money.
I swear it should have just
for no
been
ads.
Plus.
That's Plus. All right.
That should have been they just said.
And a streaming service called Extreme HD. So if you haven't taken a look at any of those.
I have none of those.
Well, now's your time to go take a look at them before the announcements as the voting is going on right now. All right, now the real world nominees. You have Joe Millionaire for Richer or Poorer on Tubi. Love is Blind, Season 2 on Netflix. About Last Night on HBO Max. The Ultimatum on Netflix. And Remix My Space with Marcia Martin on Discovery Plus. Those are the real world, and this is the leaders in reality TV. Do you watch any of those?
I do not watch.
You know, that's it. Do you watch any of those, Odie?
I've seen Love is Blind, and I really like season 2.
You really like season 2 of
Yeah.
Love is Blind? Okay, well, maybe they have
Full
a chance.
of drama.
Full of drama. That's a good reality. I stick to the CBS reality shows with either Big Brother and Survivor. Those
Seriously?
Are the two. Of course, Big Brother's like big time right now. Big Brother 24. Does Kyle get voted out this week or not? I don't know. He kind of exposed the alliance. So, okay, all right.
Oh, my God.
All right, the Independent Award, Breaking Standards and Trends. Essentially, the Independent Award are movies that don't quite fit into a classification.
Mm-hmm.
They have Hustle from Netflix. I think that's a basketball movie.
Or shows.
What's that?
Or shows.
Or shows, that's correct. Love, Death, and Robots, Season 3 from Netflix. Tinder Swindler from Netflix. Squid Game from Netflix. It's not Squid Games, it's Squid Game. And The Umbrella Academy, Season 3
These are all
from
from
Netflix.
Yeah,
Wow,
Why
they
are these
are.
all from Netflix? What's up with that?
because they're the leader in streaming.
I guess so. That's after
They are
25
not
years.
the leader in streaming.
After 25 years,
They're
they got
25 years old.
Well,
They need to get the heck out.
what that means is they have unique trends that are a little bit different than everybody else. They can't just fit them in a
No,
box.
that's you know what it is because everybody has used them to get the streaming off, and now they're stealing all their stuff, so they have to come up with all kinds of
New
different
stuff. That's
new
right.
stuff.
They have to come up with stuff. All right, the Best Series Award. This is a series within the last year. The Dropout from Hulu. I have not seen that. Has anybody seen The Dropout? So
Nope.
I have no idea. Okay. Arcania from Netflix.
Nope.
Squid Game from Netflix.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Okay.
Yeah,
yep,
I like
yep.
that.
You like that a lot?
Yeah.
All right.
It's really good.
We have Moon Knight from Disney Plus. I watched that. What a crazy! I didn't even
I watched
understand
the
that.
first episode. I haven't watched anything.
You didn't miss
beyond
anything. I don't understand it. And at the very end, they have
Why-
you on a
why-
some boat.
No,
What's
I haven't
that?
seen it yet.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
that. Why is
I'm putting it on
Obi-Wan
pause.
not on here?
Okay, well,
well-
Obi-Wan was mid.
Terminus is from Amazon Prime and Outer Range from Amazon Prime. Those are the best series. Why is
No, it
why is Obi-Wan not on there?
It
Did
was
you like?
better than Moon Knight.
No, it was not.
Oh, really? I
No,
would
it
just.
was
I
not.
thought Obi-Wan sucked.
How about
I thought it was
the
the
agree.
worst.
Book of Boba Fett?
Was that the Book of Boba Fett 2 was good? Or well, that was the Mandalorian 2.5 season, right? With 2
Yeah.
episodes. That's what it should have been called. So those
Everybody
are the best.
has an opinion.
Those are the best series awards. Now I did see Outer Range. Did you watch Outer Range?
No,
So that's like the X-Files meets.
I haven't watched anything on this list but 2 movies.
All right. Well, you know what?
I just don't. I don't have a lot of these streaming services, and I don't have a lot of time.
You just don't have a lot of time. That's what it's telling me. Okay. The next one, Best Documentary Award, a documentary movie or series. We have Into the Abyss, Prime Video. We have The Mystery of Marilyn Monroe, The Unheard Tapes by Netflix. Turning Point 9/11 and the War on Terror by Netflix. And Tinder Swindler
How is that
by Netflix. That's
how is
actually
that,
in twice.
How is that both? How is that both?
I mean, so is Squid Game.
Also Squid Game.
Okay, yeah.
So, I guess it's because
Never mind.
it's
I
independent.
sit corrected.
Okay, because it could still be a documentary and an independent award.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay,
And
all
that
right.
is in right now.
That is. I need to watch The Mystery of Marilyn Monroe on her tapes. I have not seen that yet. That's on my queue of Netflix.
What's
I have a
Into the
different queue.
Abyss about?
Into the Abyss. I don't know what that one is about either.
I guess you got some watching.
Well,
to do, buddy.
I just know that it was nominated. So I
Okay.
don't. Best documentary. I don't watch too many documentaries. I did watch the.
You know, I
D.B.
watch
Cooper one.
I watch a lot of documentaries, but I have not watched that one.
Okay. All right.
Or Maryland. I don't have Netflix, so I wouldn't really be watching that.
All right. Well, you got to figure out a way to watch those so you can let us know. All right. The best sci-fi award: science fiction movie or series. You got Loki by Disney Plus, Westworld season 4 HBO Max, Finch by Apple TV Plus, Prey from Hulu. You got The Mitchells versus the Machines from Netflix, and The Orville season 3 by both Hulu and Disney Plus.
You know, I have watched Westworld, but not season 4.
I gave up on season 3 of Westworld. I was
that's
like,
what I've been told, that Westworld does not get any better as the seasons go on.
no, Westworld 1, amazing. 2, okay. And then 3, they're like back on the planet or on the Earth or whatever, and then the robot comes out to kill the people, and I just was like,
Okay, spoilers,
lost it.
thanks.
Well, there you go.
It's Westworld.
Now, I've watched Prey. Prey is pretty awesome.
Is Prey pretty awesome?
That is one of the few things that I have watched. Prey is awesome.
Okay, all right. So that's the best sci-fi award opportunities. Next is Social Streaming Award. Now, this is essentially a streaming service that allows you to watch with friends. This came on in as a category during COVID. May get itself removed because not a whole lot has changed now. So this may be the last year that it's in there, and there'll have to be a new category. But essentially, we have Sling TV, we have Disney Plus, Prime Video, and Hulu. And I have never watched a stream with any friends, so I have no idea how it works.
That's right.
Really?
No, I have not.
Okay. Well,
Does it work good?
I personally have only done Disney Plus, and the internet, if you have really good internet, it's like okay.
Yeah.
And you could just give reactions. It's like watching Facebook Live, and you can only give emojis.
Like little emojis,
Yeah.
like happy or thumbs up or
but
stuff.
It takes a second for you to give your emotions.
That's the same
So
thing.
you like give a
That's the
thumbs up.
same
There's
thing
like
as-
this cool fight scene. You give
Yeah,
a thumbs
you
up,
got
and then all of a sudden the person's dying, and
You're
then
like,
you're like,
thumbs
thumbs
up.
up. Hey,
Too
good
much.
job. You're like, oh, that's a big character. Oh, okay. All right, now here's the Best Picture Award. This is kind of the big one. You got Lightyear by Disney Plus.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Okay. The Adam Project on Netflix, dude. Ryan Reynolds, Jennifer Gardner, time travel. This was you have not watched, dude. The Adam Project
I
is
don't have
awesome.
Netflix.
All right,
Get on the program.
I'll have to get you a copy. That was
25
pretty
years
good.
old.
Prey is look at that. Prey's in here again. It's the entry into the Predator franchise. So it's like 300
there has
years.
been nothing but good stories about this.
Yep.
It is probably the best, if not the best Predator movie. It's at least the best Predator release.
So we've never had a 2-time winner. You know what? So they're nominated in the Best Sci-Fi Award and Best Picture Award.
Well, let's see what happens.
This could be the year. All right. Then we have Master from Amazon Prime. It's like their horror deal. It was okay. And then they also have 13 Lives by Amazon Prime. That's the 12 boys and the coach from the Thai soccer team that get encaved in the rainstorm and they get stuck in the middle of a mountain in the cave. So
Encaved.
yeah,
You get
caved in.
encaved?
I have seen 13 Lives. I watched about 15, 20 minutes of it, and I was like, it's a soccer team. All right. Okay, and then
How empathic of you.
yeah, that's right. The last award here for the best overall streaming service. We got the Master Award is Netflix, Apple Plus, Amazon Prime TV, YouTube TV, Paramount Plus, and Hulu. Those are our nominees there. Hulu. All right. That takes us up directly into our pick of the day.
No, it doesn't.
And now our pick of the day for our whiskey tastings. Let's see what bubbles to the top.
All right. So we are drinking the Stone Barn, Oregon single barrel straight bourbon whiskey, number 74. $50, 94 proof. Mr. Gourdet, what are you thinking about this whiskey?
I'm going to give it a thumbs up.
You give a thumbs up?
Just reluctantly.
Reluctantly? I'm going to give
Because it does taste good after it's sat out for a while.
All right, I'm going to give it a thumbs down. A thumbs down. I didn't like it. Odie, what did you think of it?
I'm giving it a thumbs down.
You know a thumbs down also?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't like the start of it.
You didn't like the start
Too
of it?
cruel.
It wasn't that good. You know what? We forgot to go to? That's what you were saying. We forgot to go to the Mike's Mesmerizing Moment, didn't we? Brought to us
I
by-
believe so. Brought to us by Story Coffee.
All right.
This is Mike's Mesmerizing Moment, presented by Story Coffee. Visit storycoffee.com.
You got a little ahead of yourself,
I
didn't
did.
you?
All right. So let's talk about what we have coming on up. We got a challenge going.
Yes. What is that challenge,
We're
Nathan?
gonna be in a comedy club together.
You challenged me to a standoff.
A standoff comedy club.
Stand-up off.
In 4 weeks.
Okay.
We're gonna film this so everybody can watch
You're
it.
great.
What is your? Since you've already done this before, you should be
Yes,
the
I
expert.
have. I have done this.
All right, so tell me, how are you going to win? We have a little wager on this. How are you
Well,
going to
what's
beat
your
me?
question?
Well, my question is, what makes me so funny?
Nothing.
Oh, no.
What makes people funny?
Yeah, what makes people funny?
Okay, it's the ability to create a form of cognitive dissonance in the audience, and people who study humor call this benign violation.
Okay.
Because it says something that is both right and wrong, and it generates this interesting flux of emotion, and it often comes out as laughter.
All right. Well, yeah, guess what? I can't wait to do it. We're going to see what happens. You know, the science of tomorrow starts with the technology of today. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us on TechTime Radio. We hope that you had a chance to have that moment today in technology. The fun doesn't stop there. We recommend that you go to techtimeradio.com and join our fan list for the most important aspect of staying connected and winning some really great monthly prizes. We also have a few other ways to stay connected, including subscribing to our podcast on any podcast service, from Apple to Google and everything in between. We're also on YouTube, so check us out on youtube.com/techtimeradio, all one word. We hope you enjoyed the show as much as we did making it for you. From all of us at TechTime Radio, remember, Mumm's the word. Have a safe and fantastic week.